All right, another kiln unloading video. These are some of my favorite videos to do, and according to the views, I think some of the favorite of the viewers as well. So thank you for watching these. It's fun to show off what I'm doing. Oh, I've also got a special bonus, little treat for you at the end of this video. It's actually going to be kind of a surprise for me as well, so stick around for that. But let's start small. I feel like I pulled out about 100 different test tiles out of this last kiln load. It wasn't actually quite that many, but it seemed like a lot. I've been trying to get a new blue glaze. Started working on that. You can see back here the large bowl in the back. That actually isn't new. It's going to be a donation from the school fundraiser where I work. But the blue, I mean, it's nice. It looks good. I don't have any problems with it. It looks pretty good over texture. But I just want something a little more interesting. So I did a couple different line blends, used some different color combinations, some different colorants, some mason stains. And here's just a small sample of what I pulled out so far to try. My favorite, I think, option was this one. The thick, it gets a little darker, a little bit more shiny, and thinner. Kind of a nice blue, kind of I don't know, almost a denim feel. And then where it gets real thin, it kind of breaks kind of a brown color. I also tried like a brand new glaze. I just found a recipe online. The glaze looked fantastic. It kind of a matte and lots of crystals. I made a few small adjustments. I thought they were small, but my version came out like this, which I like. It's, I mean, real glossy, and it ran quite a bit, more than I thought. And there's not really any crystals, but it's got kind of a floating blue feel, kind of some, where the titanium kind of runs down in the glaze, leaves some nice white streaks. And I mean, this is looking really cool. Where it's thin, it's got kind of a lime green color. So I might be onto something with this already. It looks good. And then, I've been working on a flux glaze as well. So I think that's about where I want it. It seems to be about the right expansion. It's not crazing on any of the glazes I've tried it with, and it still makes it interesting when you put it over something. So this is over one of the blues that I tested. I also did I'm trying to do more of a decal brown. This actually turned out almost like a khaki, kind of a lighter brown when I put it through the decal firing. And this is how it looks right now, just a regular glaze firing. So it still looks pretty good. I could use that as a liner glaze probably. Hopefully it turns out through the decal firing, it turns out the way it did the first time, because the decals looked really good on that. And so here's what it looks like on a little shot cup. And where it gets thick, it gets a little bit lighter, which is nice. So I'll probably run that through the decal firing and see what it looks like. I think this one, I think both inside and out are the same with the flux glaze, just a little bit on the rim there, so it ran down a little bit. So those, I mean, those are looking pretty good. For decals, hopefully those work out pretty well. And then I've been working on kind of an amber, golden amber, temmoku. I don't know what you want to, I'm still working on the name, but that is about right where I want it as well. It looks really nice. Where it's thicker, it's kind of a real dark amber, kind of a regular thickness. I mean, it's a nice, really nice golden amber color. And where it gets thin, it's kind of a darker, kind of some brown splotches. And so, tested on a cup. I mean, I think that's really cool, looking good. And then inside as well. So we're gonna test that on the decal firing. And so I use this glaze, kind of the golden amber, on a couple other projects. Got a couple custom orders. Well, actually, this one's more of a custom gift. This is going to go to the coach of my oldest daughter's basketball team, just as a little thank you for coaching her for 2 years in middle school. So I used the kind of that golden amber glaze in there as well. Kind of the school colors. The outside actually came out a little thicker. The glaze was a little thicker. I was just in a hurry. So I mean, it looks good. And then I also made a set of 3 for a baby shower. Some kind of mom, dad, daughter mugs. Similar to that, with the same color scheme. And then here's just a regular mug. This one, same glazes as this one back here, but you did the flux glaze along the rim. And so I don't know if you can see inside, it kind of ran down in that golden amber temmoku. Made some nice runs going down. And it kind of blended into this glaze here at the bottom. Kind of the green brown. Usually it's kind of a matte, but when it gets thick like this, when I screw it up, get a lot more glossy. It wasn't quite what I was expecting, but I like how it turned out. So that's, coming along nicely as well. Did a couple decal, in the bisque load. I got some decal work in, just a little map cup. Squeezed that in there in between some bigger stuff, and then I did a series of these wine chiller / utensil jars. Those came out nice. Overall, looking pretty good. Finally, the bad news, I think I had some bad news in one of my last videos. Had some problems. Problems again this time with, I think I had one bigger set of these. These are bookshelf planters, kind of a bookend that you can put some plants in. So a set of 2, but crack every time. This size had a crack. So you can see this one as well. Got a crack right along here. Same direction, same spot for each pot. But then I got 2 smaller sets, a little bit smaller. Those turned out just fine. So I don't know if it's the size or just the ratio of the thickness to the size to the glaze or whatever it is. But the little bit smaller set turned out fine. So I can finally deliver that to the person that ordered it. A couple months late, but pottery happens. This you can see back there, there's a bigger one kind of in the back, and then this kind of smaller one. I had this idea, I was going to just kind of make a clay tree. I've been working, joined a bonsai club, local club, and I've been learning a little bit about that. So I thought maybe it'd be cool to make a clay tree and then maybe have some places where you could grow, I don't know, just some little moss or something. And so I was imagining just a real small one, kind of a test run. I started making it and it turned out gigantic. I mean, I was, expecting about half this size to begin with, but it was fun just making this. I had a good time just building it and working on the branches and, figuring out how to support it so it doesn't, fall apart. It did bend a little bit. This branch bent down a little bit in the firing, which I'll have to take into consideration next time. The big one turned out pretty well. So I'm happy how that's going. Just for some, fun little experiments. It turned out okay. And then I made some pots to go with them. This one is just a regular planter. I don't know about this. It's supposed to be rustic, but I feel like it just, I don't know, doesn't look quite right. Not what I envisioned, at least. Bare clay for most of it, and then a little bit of glaze on the outside with some texture. But I don't know, somebody might like that. It's pretty cool, I guess. But if not, I'll throw it out in the yard and put some plants in it. And then to go with the trees, I made a couple bonsai style pots to go with them. So this hopefully will go with the big one back there. I'll strap it down, wire it in, just like a real tree, and then hopefully grow some little plants in the little platforms there. So this, just bare clay, turned out pretty nice. Then I made some smaller ones. I'm not sure exactly, probably this one for the smaller tree here because it kind of matches the trunk, but this one turned out more glossy than I thought as well. I thought it was going to be a little bit more matte, a little bit more of a bare clay. Yeah, turned out okay. And then one last one, I think I had some kind of iron slip or stain or something that I put on the outside. So, these are kind of fun. I'll be able to put some trees in these, hopefully, and have myself a little bonsai collection. So that's most of the major stuff. And now, here you made it to the special treat. I did some wood firing with my friend Len way back in November. So this is, months old. This one I actually took a peek into. Being before Christmas, I put a few of these Christmas trees in the wood kiln. And some of them turned out, pretty cool. They look pretty nice if you ask me. So you can see some kind of a different color for some of them. And I sold a handful of these during the Christmas season with just my regular green-brown glaze. So I'm hoping I can get these ready. Maybe I'll put a couple on my Etsy shop, or these will be ready for next Christmas, I guess. But yeah, you can put some lights in them, a string of Christmas lights, squeeze them in there, the cord can kind of run out and plug it in. And they look kind of cool, all lit up. And then here's another small one. So these, they're just kind of fun, people like those. So those I had a quick peek at. Here I've got a box of stuff that I haven't even opened. Lynn packed these up for me, but here's the stuff I haven't even looked at myself yet. So this is kind of a Christmas for me as well. So let's take a look at some of this. First one. Look at that. Man. That's a keeper. I might just keep this one for myself. Got some nice texture on there. A little espresso cup. The inside, looks, super clean. No ashes or anything in there. Man, that's a nice one. I'm happy with just that one. So who cares about the rest of these? So Lynn has his own wood kiln in his backyard, so he lets me come over and help him fire it sometimes. All right, this one's not too bad. I mean, we've got kind of a nice black mark there. A little bit of color. So not too bad. The inside, I mean, the inside is nice and clean. I mean, not the coolest surface, but interesting enough with the texture on there. I would use that as well. So I'll keep that. Okay, and then we've got a bowl here. Oh man, look at that. A little dust in here. I like that. Got some nice texture, got some nice color on there. I'll have to go back and see what, I must have put some kind of glaze on this one. What do we have here? Oh, this was just a fun little experiment. You know, kind of Dick Layman inspired form. Just, you know, playing around with the clay. Pretty good, got some nice color in there. Good variation, you know, throughout the piece. I mean, the inside looks, man, nice and clean as well. Must have had got a clear glaze on the inside on that one. So that's fun. I mean, if you hold it right, it feels good in the hand. All right, looking good. All right. Oh man, I like the dark inside on this one looks real nice. I wish the outside looked the same way. I wonder what I'll go back and check my notes, see what glaze I used there. I mean, the outside, pretty gray, but I think there's enough on there that I might be able to put a decal around that, which would look pretty cool. So yeah, not too bad. Man, that inside's real nice. Okay, and then we've got one last one. Let's see how this one, oh, it's a nice mug. Yeah, that's another keeper, I think. Turned out nice. Man, the texture looks real good. Man, got a pretty decent amount of color on there. Inside, man, inside's bright white. I must use just my white glaze on the inside. So wood firing is, I mean, so much fun. I think that's everything that I wanted to show you. Man, I'm gonna go take a closer look at some of these wood-fired pieces. I've got a studio update coming out here pretty soon, so be on the lookout for that. And I think that's about it. So thank you for watching. If you made it through this whole thing, cheers to you. And hopefully I'll see you on the next one.